Hey everyone, so it's the start of 2023, and since there's not really any gaming news or anything going on right now, we're just going to talk about our most anticipated games for the upcoming year. First, we're going to start with Crowd Pleaser. What is your most anticipated game for the coming year?
So my anticipated game or my most anticipated game for 2023 is a no-brainer, at least in my book. This is a Sony PlayStation exclusive, Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I think this is the game I'm looking most forward to. I can't wait to see what they did with this world. Part 1 was a bona fide classic. I loved every second of playing that game. Miles Morales was a good DLC turned into a retail game for the PlayStation 5 launch. I enjoyed it. I had no issues with it. I would have wanted a full scale game in its place, but I understand, they wanted to have something ready for the PlayStation 5 and it was more a smaller scale anyway. For what it was, I really loved it. Thought it was a good game. I don't think it was better than Spider-Man 1 on the PlayStation 4, but hey, what are we going to do? I am looking forward to this game. I want to see Venom. I want to see Miles and Spider-Man together. I can't wait to see what they do with this story and where they take it. That is my number one by far.
Are we gonna get into spoilers of this game? I'm really talking more about spoilers for Desert Eagle, who we know has not played this game since he hates Sony and everything they're about.
I don't give a
Oh.
crap.
All right, so let's spoil everything about Marvel Spider-Man. So I'm excited for this game as well to see where they go since they killed off Aunt May. Then you got
Shocker. She died in the movie and the comic book. Who cares?
they kill off Aunt May. Harry's gonna be Venom. This is gonna be some interesting stuff since I don't think Harry's ever been Venom. Seeing where they go with that, I'm very excited for this game as well. It's gonna be a smash just like the last one and Miles Morales. I hope that they finagle the way to make this game co-op because it feels like that's what this game should and needs to be different. If it's still going to be in New York, you're not really going to change the map. Maybe you can make it more one-to-one with actual Manhattan. I doubt that's what it's going to be, but it could be, and that would make it seem fresh since we've already been through this map for two whole games. Like you can't really change anything else. Maybe go in some other buildings or and what have you, but if you enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, don't be shy, leave a comment below. We love responding to the comments. Don't be afraid to join the discussion and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks.
I know that they have already been teasing some kind of co-op play, not necessarily co-op, but like switching of characters, at least in part 1 and in Miles Morales, that you're going back and forth between characters. So I know they have that option, and I know they've been teasing that you should be able to play multiple characters. And let's be honest, Sony's staple, at least for the last 5, 6, 7 years now, has been putting emphasis on co-op play, whether that's you're with an NPC the whole time telling a story or building character or not. I think this is a perfect game for that. It would make sense if Miles and Spider-Man was together swinging at the same time. I think that'll be amazing. That'll be super cool. Me playing co-op with somebody and just swinging all around New York, doing random crimes and I'm all for that, but that's a huge undertaking. 343 couldn't even get that done at launch after 6, 7 years of development time. So I'm not sure that Sony's going to get it done. And even if they do, have they done co-op like that outside of NPC in these single player campaign based games?
Returnal they added co-op too, and I'm
They did.
hoping that was kind of a test for how they can get co-op in their single player games because this game screams that it needs co-op. You controlled. There were multiple characters in the first one,
Yeah.
but it wasn't at the same time, and it was like it changed the gameplay where you'd be Mary Jane doing stealth, and then being Miles before he gets his powers doing stealth. Well, I'm hoping that this game it does co-op. They said when they first announced it that it was going to be a single player game. So if they stick to that, it probably won't be, but I really hope it does.
Will this game come on the PlayStation 4 as well? So is it going to be limited by last gen?
Well, they said it wasn't, but
So to clarify, is this as of now, is this a PlayStation 5 exclusive?
as of now, but we believe in generations. All right, Desert Eagle. let's move on to you. What is your game for 2023?
All right, my absolute most anticipated game since they announced the name of the game and since they showed the logo like 10 years ago now, Starfield. I love Bethesda's RPGs ever since Morrowind, Elder Scrolls Part 4 on the original Xbox. Didn't like Oblivion. I fell back in love with Skyrim. It was great. It reminded me a lot of Morrowind. I was never really a fan of the Fallout games just because of the setting. I know it's a great game. I just didn't like the setting. I didn't like the monotone colors. Like it was 3 colors, like gray, green, and brown. I didn't like it. It didn't look good to me, so I never wanted to play it. But Starfield, I'm sold. I love the space setting, future, Mass Effect, classic games like that. So with the Bethesda RPG touch, that's what I expect. Some type of mix between Elder Scrolls and Mass Effect. I think it's going to be a great time. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Starfield also. Since we've been playing these Bethesda RPGs since they started coming to console on the original Xbox. What about you, Pleasa? What do you think about Starfield?
I want to see what they have to do. I want to see what they've been working on for all these years and see how they can tap into the next gen visuals and tech, and that can only be done on Xbox Series X as an exclusive and PC as well. I'm looking for, and maybe I'm wrong in this, maybe I'm alone in this, but I think I'm looking for some very good space flight. A lot of these games haven't really done it correctly, at least the ones that have made commercial appeal. And I'm hoping that Starfield kind of changes that. Obviously, we know that the traversal is going to be fine. You're going to be able to, when you're on the planet, you're going to be able to run and gun, shoot. We saw some of the trailers already, so we know what to expect in that front. Like Desert Eagle was kind of alluding to some Mass Effect style type of gameplay. But I'm really curious as to how they're going to do the space exploration. Is it going to be a generic loading screen half the time, or are we going to actually be able to fly? Is it going to be a desolate space where you're not really doing much, going to location, or is it going to be kind of filled with things to do, filled with battles, things of that nature? I'm really looking at those kind of elements because these are things that a lot of games have done singularly or by themselves in that space, in that category, but never in a game that kind of does it all. So I'm hoping that Starfield kind of dabbles in that.
I can add to that because they already confirmed the only thing that they are gonna have like loading is when you're trying to land on a planet. So it's not gonna be actually you flying onto a planet, like going through the atmosphere and all that, like Dead Man's Lie. Or what was that game called?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Lie.
Dead Man's Lie.
Oh my god.
No Man's Lie. It's not gonna be like No Man's Lie that you can actually fly onto a planet. That's gonna be the loading. But there's the space traversal, space combat should be the real deal. You're gonna be able to customize your ship. That's gonna be so dope. I just remembered about that. And I'm pretty sure it's for space combat purposes. So it's gonna be like RPG on the planets, RPG in space battles, and then the only loading should be loading onto a planet.
I mean, if I played about, I think it was like 40 or 50 hours of Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One when that came out, and that game just blew my mind. The flying through space and going through planets and going through hyperspeed. It was incredible. And if this game is, let's say, half of the space traversal is like that, that's going to be an instant success because that game is very niche. That's an obvious great pick.
And I'm hoping, once again, that these planets are filled with things to do. Fans have a lot of high expectations for this game. And I'm just here hoping they can deliver.
All right, so moving on now. First on the list that I'm excited to play, and that is going to be Hogwarts Legacy. So the beginning of the showing of Hogwarts Legacy, I was a little bit iffy of it. I'm still a little bit iffy of it, but it comes out in January. Originally, we were very excited, myself and Pleasa, for Spoken in January. And after that demo, that game has just completely fallen out of grace for me. And what happened was I had turned in my Microsoft Rewards points to get $100. And the original plan was for me to pre-order Street Fighter 6. And I pre-ordered Street Fighter 6. And then it says, you're not going to get charged this credit for 10 days before release, which is all the way in June. And then my credit is going to expire in 90 days. So I can't use it on Street Fighter 6. And I said, oh man, I'm not going to let this money go to waste. And I looked at the releases and I saw Hogwarts Legacy and I said, man, I hope this game is good. because I got to use this money and I'm going to use it on this, and let's see what it's going to be about. But from the way they've shown it, with the going through the school, the magic duels, everything about it looks great. I just hope that they don't pull a Gotham Knights and they make it 30 FPS. That it seems like there might be some pay to win stuff or some like extreme microtransactions, since they're showing that you have to pre-order to get dark magic.
The Griffin,
the hippogriff. It's like it's very strange the things they're doing, but the game looks good. It looks so good, and it makes me sad if that's going to be the case, that you got to buy all this other stuff. But I'm hopeful. It looks good. It's single player, so it's not like I need this stuff to beat people online or anything like that.
I was gonna ask if it's single player or is this MMORPG.
Yeah, it's a single player, so it's not like it really matters. But I want to be out there in the streets, Havana cadavering people. But yeah, that's mine for right now. That's the first one.
So regarding Hogwarts Legacy, kind of what Don was alluding to earlier when we were talking about Forspoken and the disappointing demo. This is a PS4 and PS5 game, right? So it's cross-generation.
Well, the PS4 version, the last gen version got delayed until I think the summer. So they're trying to figure out how to get this game to run on PS4 and Xbox One and Switch. So that may not happen. They may cancel it, just like with Gotham Knights.
I think they're waiting to see how well it sells on next gen before they decide to cancel it. I mean, it's actually a smart idea if you think about it, right? Release it on next gen first. If it doesn't sell, hey guys, it's coming to the systems we all have anyway. But if it sells, guys, we're good. I think we're gonna cut our losses and just sell on next gen. This game, to be honest, I'm not excited for because once again, kind of the scale we go for when we're talking about games and hype and things like that is we have to pay $69.99 for these games. And Hogwarts Legacy, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm a Harry Potter fan. I love the movies, the books are awesome. I never got excited for this game, and I saw the trailers. I know when they first announced it. Yes, this is the first Harry Potter that's supposed to be this open world massive RPG, but I was never like, you know what, this looks awesome. I can't wait to spend $70 on this. And even when they showed more of the game, it looked cute at best. But I'm not here like, woo, I need to get this game. This is everything I need in my life. Like, even with Forspoken on the shelf for now, Hogwarts would not get my day one money. If anything, I'll see what the reviews are for this game, see what they have, see what they're saying. Who knows? It could be the next Elden Ring and just blow the world up. But until then, I'm not holding my breath. I think it's going to be a good game. Obviously, it doesn't have any competition in being the best Harry Potter game of all time, right? Like, what else they got? What other games they got? Unless you're talking about the Lego ones. So, it's not going to take much for this to be a great game, but it's just not getting my day one money. I'm thinking maybe when it's on sale or something. We'll see. I'll wait for the reviews.
Arkham Asylum had a very low bar as well, and that game set the world on fire. So I'm hoping this is in the same trajectory. But regarding the $70, that is a tough pill to swallow. But like I said in the beginning, I'm not paying for this game. I'm using these Microsoft rewards. It's almost a no-brainer for me.
You got nothing to lose.
The credit by not spending it.
I think what it has going for it, because all the Harry Potter games have been trash. And I think part of it is because they've been based on the books, the movies. What this has going for it is that it has nothing to do with the movies. It's just in the Hogwarts universe. I think it takes place hundreds of years before Harry Potter, even before those trash Beasts movies. So even better, before that crap. So it has that going for it, original story. The RPG element looks good. That's the only thing I don't like is that single player, though. I'm pretty sure it should have been like multiplayer MMORPG, like Destiny or something. Just Harry Potter world Destiny. That would have been good in my opinion. Day one money, no way for me. I will have to wait until that's like $20 before I give that a chance. Unless IGN gives it a masterpiece, and we know how they like to throw that around. So
no, but remember, J.K. Rowling is canceled, so they're probably not even going to review this game.
Automatically a 9. That's the starting point.
Not even, probably like a 6. Because the game is transphobic for no reason.
That's hate.
Yeah.
That's hate.
If you liked our content, mash that like button. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more content, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.